Yeah. So, yeah, you've done a couple of WMS rollouts, and yeah,
Yeah.
so pick one, and let's tell me a little bit more about it.
Okay. Let's make a journey for this episode. Okay. This about implementing a new system. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, Imagine that you have a huge distribution center for big operation, a huge operation, that distribution center for finished products, okay, and got feeding from, let's say, three factories,
Hmm.
okay, those factories working 24/7 as a three shift, so it's big operation.
Hmm.
And on the other hand, dispatching to the client, let's say 200 truck per day. So
Hmm.
how can you imagine that warehouse with 25,000 square meter operation?
Huge. Yeah.
Huge that. Okay. Now the company have issues in this warehouse like stock accuracy,
Okay.
like productivity, like efficiency, uh, also picking time. So it's a huge warehouse, but there is some issues.
Okay.
And with that situation, you cannot stop operation.
Right.
Why? Because you have a big money in this warehouse. Time is money. Okay? How we can implement a system in this situation? Now the company decide that we have to invest in new system because our issues.
Right.
How can we do that? That's first question. That will we start the journey from this point.
Hmm.
Okay. For plan for new system, first step, we talk about three step or four step. Okay.
Okay.
First step, we have to clarify the pain points. Where is the pain point? The company now decide for new system. It is general? No. We have pain points. What is that? To clarify. If stock accuracy, it's okay. It's about location system, it's okay. It's about the layout of the warehouse or picking efficiency, whatever. But
Hmm.
you should clarify it and make it as a blueprint before you start anything.
Yeah. Even
Okay?
like looking for the software. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The second step is that you have to think on ROI
Hmm.
because
Okay.
you invest in money. So if you have a stock accuracy with discrepancies maybe $2 million, $3 million,
Hmm.
the system how much and how you got return on investment with this system. Okay, you got my point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Like when are they
yeah,
going to see the like this balance out of the into actual returns? Yeah.
yeah. So after that, you have to document your requirements as a blueprint. Okay. Then you have to select a team. Now the company plan to investment for new system. Okay.
Hmm.
So they should select a caliber team from warehousing and IT. If they have software team, it's better. Okay. And from supply chain team, like planning, like distribution, like logistics, all of these should consolidation in one executive committee to
Hmm.
decide and select the right system, the right warehouse management system.
Hmm.
Okay, this is the third step. The last one is how to choose the WMS, how to get selection, how to choose the vendor. Which one is better? It should choose from big names or a specific one or tailor one? What exactly can make you satisfied? This committee meet together and put all requirements in one paper, okay? Then starting to checking with the vendors, okay? Maybe a small company or a small vendor give you your requirement very well without big investment. So it's not related to big names. You know that we have big software, but it not make me satisfaction because it's not close my requirements.
Right.
Okay. So after this situation, you will able to choose the system with the right way. You have to take this step by step and take it carefully because you are investment, and more than investment, the investment of time of how to cut off the warehouse operation, then everything is failure. So you got distraction.
Yeah.
So with this plan, you will get a right way to select a right warehouse management system with your requirements. Okay.
Nice.
After this selection, maybe we choose another one. Let's say X system. Okay. Then how to prepare for this system?
That was my next question, actually. Yeah, like what has to happen? Yeah, what like 90 days before we pick the system, what needs to happen now?
Okay, so we pay for the system and go to implement directly? No, absolutely no. We cannot do this. We have some preparation. What is that? It is 5 steps also. Okay, we will say it and we explain each one individual. Okay.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
First thing is mapping. Okay, data mapping and cleansing and validation and backup and testing. Okay, this for warehouse preparation. Let's talk about mapping. Mapping for what? What is the mapping? Mapping for the structure of the system, mapping for the layout of the warehouse, mapping for the procedures of the flow. You have to map it in the system. You have to tell your vendor what exactly you need to write the system very well. Okay, how to make your zone in the system, how to make your department inside the warehouse in the system, how to do the location and the layout in the system, how the steps put it together, which one first, receiving or put away, and how to write it. Because some requirement in some company have a different situation in picking cycle or order cycle. So it is, you have to clarify it in the paper first. Okay, that is mapping. Okay, that's first one. Second one is cleansing. What does that mean, cleansing? Now, also in the mapping, you have to transfer the data from the old system to the new system very well. Okay, in this situation, we have cleansing here. For what? I will give you example. If you have to move from your apartment or from your home to another home, okay, and you start to prepare to packing your furniture or your stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I will ask you, did you will take all items in your home, or there is something you don't need?
Very good question. Yes, I'm actually in the process of moving right now. So no, definitely would not be taking everything because there are things that are not needed anymore. And that's exactly what I think you're
Yeah,
referring to, is that some older systems, your old apartment, your old house, there's you don't need to bring everything with you to something new because, again, you're trying to advance, right? So you want to improve.
yeah.
So
Maybe it's not old. Maybe you got new table for the garden, and the new home doesn't have a garden. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
have to clear these items before you starting a new system.
very well said. Yeah.
When we put this or mirror on the WMS, how can it work? Now maybe you will get duplicate items. Maybe you fix the mistakes in the systems. You fix the descriptions. That's called cleansing.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
it's clear?
Yes, that was very good. Very, very well explained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Third step is the validation.
Mm-hmm.
The validation of the data. This is the first one. Okay. Come back again to this example for moving home.
Yeah.
When you pack, let's say your glass like this in the carton. Okay, you have 10 and put it in the carton,
Mm-hmm.
then transfer it to another home. Now you open the carton and validate if there is something broken or everything is good.
Yes.
That is the validation.
Right.
Okay, but we will do it in the data.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is right, every step is good. Now the coding is clear, description is good. That is validation. Okay,
Important.
then then we'll do backup for the data because we don't need to lose anything.
Right.
Okay, after that, testing all of this before we starting anything on the ground. all of
Nice.
all of this in the office work. So after this, we'll do simulation in the system from A to Z, each step by step on the system. Let's say we're saving the vendor and put away, then starting a new order, then picking, then dispatch from N to Z, from
Mm-hmm.
end
Mm-hmm.
to end. Okay?
Yeah.
So all of this is still in the office. We
Mm-hmm.
don't go to the ground anymore. Okay. The first important step after this point is the
Mm-hmm.
train the people. Okay, did you remember that last episode when we talk about uh, the the three sides of triangle?
Yes. Yeah.
We talk about tool and place and people.
Right.
Okay, the place now is a warehouse, and the tool the new system. Okay, and the people is the people. So I will give you another example to make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in the warehouse we have a forklift and reach truck.
Right.
Okay, and we have a different driver. That's one cannot maybe drive the booth, but this is special on this, different
Yeah.
on this. So if you ask the forklift driver to drive the reach truck without training, he cannot,
Right.
because the forklift is a tool. The handheld is a tool.
Yeah.
The WMS is a tool. So you have to train the people very, very well before starting the anything on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is the office work still. You
Still. Yeah.
have, yeah, you have to take and pull all all calibers inside the warehouse and operators and the key users and champions one, and put it in calm room, okay, to train them very well a way of operation,
Right.
okay, and do simulation with the people who is working on the ground on the system.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you find something you don't imagine that. They will ask you question you not planned on this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe ask you, when we pick some items, we cannot find it in the system. How can we do this in the system? And you cannot plan on this. Maybe
Right.
any
Yeah.
question. So with this situation, you will find the last solutions in the system or the last trial in the system. Train them very well and make key user for each step to train the people after him, okay? Because
Mhm.
you will not train all the warehouse operator. You will train only the key user first, then they will train the people in the ground,
Mhm.
okay? So
Perfect.
uh, after this situation, you will go to live, but I will listen to you for any question.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was perfect. We actually perfectly covered that section. Like all the questions were answered, so you were like right on point. So the only question that I have before we go to the go live day, what was there like any go live date set? And if there was it realistic? Or and did you ever see in an implementation where they set a
Yeah,
realistic
yeah.
date and they actually went live on that date, or is it that never really happens?
Actually, the better day is holiday.
Oh,
For 1 day off, okay,
yeah.
because you got a lot of errors when you implement a new system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's happened. It's normal. You
Yeah.
have to think on this, and the company has to be know this. Maybe the work will be off.
Mm.
Maybe we got trouble because we're transferring the system. But
Yeah.
my recommendation or my advice, don't switch off the old system and transfer to the new system directly.
Mm.
Work together in parallel.
I see.
Okay, to don't lose anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then when you try maybe 2 weeks, okay, as an average,
Mm-hmm.
you can switch off your old system
Okay, so that's not too
because
bad.
of time. Yeah, yeah, because the
It's
time
it's not
is
like
money.
a couple of months. It's like if it's 2 weeks, 4 weeks, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's headache for operator, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know that.
Yeah. The
There is a question here inside this stage. Maybe you will find a resistance from people,
from the
from
operators. Yeah, that's what I was gonna
yeah,
say.
from old calibers,
Yeah,
from
from old timers. Yeah, they've been working
uh,
for 15 years. They don't want to use the new system. Now they have to use
yeah,
two systems. So
yeah. How we can solve this situation?
I don't know. How did you solve it based on your experience? Um, I can tell you quickly my side of the things. I've learned that as long as you explain to the old timer, it kind of comes back to the training
Mm,
and involving them as early as possible. Just like you were saying that just to kind of trim some things off of the
mm,
like you didn't even think of that is to get those old timers on into the conversation into the office as you mentioned the earlier as
yeah,
possible, so then they can right away tell all their side of things that they want to see in the system. And when they see that they had an input, it's from my personal experience that's been much easier. So they're willing to adapt much quicker because they
mm,
know that their input was basically why the system is the way it is right now. So
yeah. That's right. That's very right, by the way. But we have a psychology here in this situation.
yeah,
Okay,
let me hear your side.
you know, yeah, you know that the human brain, okay, uh, guide to comfort zone
Yes,
normally.
absolutely.
That's working normally.
Yeah.
Okay, so even it's hard worker.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That's the way
so
we are.
it's yeah, it's comfort zone for him. It's okay for him.
Yeah.
So we play on this thing.
Okay.
He working on 10 years maybe on the same situation and same system. It's okay for him. We cannot do transfer to anything any system. It's wrong discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first we have to listen to them very well
Yes.
to know their concern. It's
Mm-hmm.
about comfort zone. It's about something maybe they know we doesn't know.
Yeah.
So listen very well to clear their concern, then come back with the solution. Okay,
Nice.
this is the first and important uh, step.
Mm-hmm.
Second step, it's my way. I tell the people you have to test. You
Yeah.
have to test the food, then judge. Okay,
Right.
and I make your life easy. I
Mm-hmm.
make your life very happy after that. You will not uh, you will not have to do all of this effort to pick. It's everything. It will be easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried this before when they test. Yeah, well, it's okay. It's
Oh
good.
yeah. It's
Why
okay.
we don't transfer to new system from all the time? You know
Okay.
this.
Yes, I heard that
Yeah.
before.
So you have to test them,
Mm-hmm.
the sweetness of the new system.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice for anyone need to try to for new system for any system, not the only warehouse management system. Yeah.
Yeah, any system basically, just to convince them and understand what they're afraid of. It's essentially
Yeah.
just psychology because they're afraid of something. If you
Yeah.
can understand what it is and tell them, "Hey, I fixed your problem," so they have nothing else to,
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Exactly.
tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. So yeah, that was a great section. I think we covered it pretty well. So
Yeah.
let's go over going live. Like, what's the day? Like, how was that day? What broke? Maybe there's something, as you mentioned, like were the systems running in parallel? If we're talking about that implementation.
Mm. Yeah. When we work in parallel, okay, uh, after 2 weeks, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how to judge in that new system is good or not? Okay, we have a KPIs for this.
How did
How?
you do it?
Yeah.
How did you compare and provide the data to the management that, hey, it's working? How did you do it?
Yeah.
Like it's
First, you have to check up all transaction.
mm,
Okay, it is working the same. It's working together the same. All of them is right or something missing.
mm-hmm,
Okay, this first one. Second one, you have to come back or return back to your requirement from the first day. Do you
mm.
remember that blueprint when we write it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we plan for fix the issue. What is the issue? So
But they sometimes
the
forget
KPI,
by the time it goes live,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
already another thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
first, first KPI, if we have stock accuracy issue,
Mm-hmm.
we go the ground and make a cycle count and the stock take is right. Yeah, it's okay. So that's checkpoint.
Fixed.
That's
Yeah.
right. Fixed. Okay. What about efficiency? What about productivity? What about the motion time inside the warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
What about picking time? Maybe in old system you doesn't have location guiding. You doesn't have bin location. Maybe. So
Right.
when you start picking, you take 1 hour to find two items. Maybe.
Yeah.
But in new system, you got 2 minutes to find out to pick two items. So that's big difference. So
Yeah.
directly you feel it. that you feel that KPI is the right way. So from this situation or from this perspective, you can judge on the system with your requirements. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Checkpoint. Every step, every pain points. That's fixed. That fixed. That fixed. Now it's okay. Now ROI is fine. Now everything is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations for new system.
Yeah, it went well. Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect. That's perfect. And as far as like going live day, like with one of your implementations, like
Mm.
uh, did you ever have that anything like broke, and how did you fix it, or like any bad situations? How did you like work through them?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we got bugs in the system.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
new system. It's normally.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got error. Sometimes the function is not working. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe you. It's happened with me. I tried to do some put away after receiving.
Mm-hmm.
The system doesn't work.
Oh
The
no.
option is block. So every on all the pallet stand on the ground, the warehouse is stuck. So in this 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you have to work together with the support team,
Mm-hmm.
okay, for your vendor.
Yeah.
So the reaction, if it's fast, everything it will be clear. And we know very well it's happened. We know this. It's from our specs. So if you know that, you are not get a panic.
Yeah.
No, it's normally we can fix it. Maybe 1 day, 2 days. It's okay. We will work together. Any new system, it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
When we work together, we can fix it. So after 3, 4 weeks, you feel everything is easy.
It's
Now
starting
it's
to work.
okay. Yeah, now it's okay. Every operator got a practice on the handheld, on the options. So any or even in GUI, okay, all operators is practice something. So they got feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is clear.
That's right. Right on. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I found also a lot of times that the like for example from my side of things, right?
Yeah,
That like when we're doing an implementation, like sometimes it would actually drag longer because the client is not responding quicker. So that's exactly what you're saying. If
yeah,
the people can communicate quickly and be like, okay, this is the issue, not just say like, hey, this operate like your app is not working. No, that's not
yeah, yeah. The
that's not
system
gonna
is.
really, you
You
know
have issue in your system.
yeah. And then so and that obviously now you have back and forth, asking
Mm.
questions, answering questions. It just wastes a lot of time. But yeah, if those issues were directed more properly, I guess, and like right away you explain what it is, exactly what it is from the vendor side, I guess, they quickly come in, they explore it, they fix it, that's done. The faster that communication happens, the faster everything gets fixed, and now you're running everything properly. But what I've noticed, as I mentioned a lot of times, is that uh, it's like it could be like a month that you don't have any information. It's like, oh, we're testing, everything is good, and then you had a message. It's like, well, we're supposed to go live like yesterday, but it's not working. It's not working. The system's not working, and you're like, well, for the past month, I've been waiting for that communication, but there's just nothing going on. So it's like, you know, um,
Actually, that depending on the
yes,
team who is planned for the system, the company, the
exactly.
requirement. Do you remember that when we say that it should executive committee? Why? Not only the warehouse team or supply chain or planning team or the purchasing. It should be committee, not only IT. It's
Yes,
not about IT. It's about all operation. We
yes,
have to set together before we contracting with any vendor
correct.
to
Yeah,
determine exactly what we are need.
Exactly.
What is our requirement? After this, the blueprint between us, who is judge. You require, I am a vendor for warehouse management system, so you require me from me 1 2 3 points. So I do it exactly what did you tell me.
Yeah.
So if you have another issue and you didn't inform me before, I didn't understand. I
Yeah.
cannot solve it. So it is not about the software. It's not about the vendor. It's about the requirements.
That's right. That's why when
Yeah,
you mentioned on the requirements, I was like, yes, this guy's
yeah,
talking
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what it is. Because I can expand a little bit on that. Is I find that a lot of times there's going to be a requirement from one team of the whole business, and
mm,
they're the ones that seek the vendor. They get the vendor starts to work, but as I was just explaining, they never actually communicated that with the rest of the team. So when that implementation starts to happen, the other teams have no idea that they have the
yeah,
requirements, that they have any pain
yes,
points. They're just like, why are we doing this? You know?
yeah,
So, and then, yeah, I've noticed that a lot. And the other thing is, when there is a good requirement that they already spoke it locally within their team, the other friction that I've noticed is that, not all the time can everyone explain themselves very well. So then you have another layer of communication where everything seems pretty good. Everyone is communicating, but the way, that, like, there's a lot of different cultures, a lot of different, like,
yeah,
from we're operating globally, for example. And then you start to notice that thing, that there's going to be that one guy from that whole team of, like, there's like a huge organization, 100, 200 people. They all know what they're doing. Everything's good. But it's only that one guy that's actually always like, okay, is everything good? Is everything all right? Uh,
yeah.
always
It's
checking up
happened.
to, yeah, make sure that everything is working, everything is going, like, everything is happening. But then when you don't have that person, I've noticed a lot of times, as I just said a couple minutes ago, you have the situation where it's like you don't hear anything from the client. It's just nothing is happening, and then all of a sudden it's like everything is bad, nothing is working. It's like, man, it's like, now we're stuck. Now we're stuck
Yeah,
for a week
yeah,
where we can't really resolve this. That creates a lot of friction between the vendor and the client. So
yes.
that's why, yeah. Once again, I just wanted to quickly rehash the
Do you
fact that
know? Do you know what is the more difficult?
tell me, tell me.
That when we start to implement ERBs for
Oh,
all the departments,
oh,
it's big difference.
yeah, I can
Because
imagine.
if actually I got implemented 7 times WMS, warehouse management system,
Mm-hmm.
7 times. So it's easy for me
Yeah,
because we talking about that only your department you can't you can tell them your requirements, and you will get the results. But
right.
if we're talking about ERBs, no, it's not. Maybe everything is good in the warehouse,
Yeah,
but another department reflecting on you, so everything is not right.
yeah.
So maybe take 1 year, 2 year to implement ERBs.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
really,
long time.
really, really.
It is what it is, because it kind of
Yeah,
takes the whole organization,
yeah.
all the
For big
departments.
companies, if there is no commitment, nothing will get result.
Yeah, that's very, very well said. Yeah,
Yeah,
right to the point. Okay, let's go to the next section quickly. A couple of questions here. As far as, so we covered the what we do before. We covered a couple
yeah.
of things that could go wrong during go live. I'm glad that you're with me on the fact that it's it's normal for things to break. Like, it's fine. It's like we always
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit more.
It's normal. It's normal. It's happened.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a very, very good point. But after all of that's done, there's no more friction. Everything, the requirements are there. We fixed those bugs. Everything is good. It seems to be
Hmm.
working. That's fine. So we got that out of the way. Thank God. Phew. It's
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah.
But what would you do differently now if you, let's say, like one of your implementations that you had with WMS, was there anything that you noticed that, you could do a little bit smarter? Maybe there were some mistakes that, now you're like, okay, I can avoid it like altogether, like anything that
Okay.
you noticed like that.
Okay. After we setting the operation on the grounds,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so uh, we think about how to analyze the data with the right way,
Mm-hmm.
because now you have a system, you have a clear and the accuracy of the information. Okay,
Right.
so now you can use this information and this data coming from a new system with the
Mm-hmm.
right way.
Mm.
You will get big difference, because now you know how to plan to purchase new items,
Mm-hmm.
how to plan to product to for production, okay, how to plan for forecast and the customer relationship, okay, because you have a right information. So this the another or advanced after fix the grounds,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
use the information which come from the system. This your question, right?
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
actually asking more in like regards to, I'll just, it's just the way I asked it was probably not the best, but so across all the implementations that you had, was there anything that, you thought like, okay, you did, let's say, first implementation, and then on the first implementation, you realize, okay, like this, I can't do this anymore. This I got to do
yeah,
different.
yes,
This I got to do different. And then on the second implementation, you're like, it made your life much easier. Did you ever have those kind of things that you're like, oh, this I got to do this different next time I do this?
yeah. Actually, it's happened for picking
Okay,
picking structure.
tell me, please.
So sometimes uh, when I make a mapping for the warehouse,
Hmm.
I put as a zone picking. You have
Okay.
to direct to the zone, then
Hmm.
pick all the item inside the zone, and the system will guide you to the next zone.
Right.
Okay. On the next implementation, actually, it suffered me. The
Okay.
next implementation, okay, I make it as ABC classification,
Ah,
but by grouping, not by
you
zone.
you moved away from the zones. Why?
Yeah, yeah, because I find it easy on this company,
Ah,
because each company has specific requirements.
right.
Okay,
Hmm.
another company, we change this to customer picking, not
Mm,
in the zone, not in the grouping. It's about the order picking. You
yes.
have to go this order per customer, because sometimes you have a private label
Right.
for some customers. So it's happened. You have to change, and as per your requirements.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But based on those, like if we like, I get it. Everyone has their own requirements and stuff like that. But
yeah,
based on your experience in those implementations, did you ever find anything that was similar that you're like, okay, this, if I fix this, this would make it
yeah,
easier for everyone, kind of.
yeah. The for function,
Uh-huh.
the normal for function is the same for any warehouse.
I
The
see.
receiving is the same way. The
Yeah.
put away is the same way. Picking is different, but is the same way. You have to go to the location to pick.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
system will guide you to pick location to pick.
It's just
The
the way it will
dispatching,
guide you is different.
yeah. So I take it copy paste for each system,
Mm-hmm.
because it's can repeated for any warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. And within, let's say, if we're doing like receiving, did you notice something from the first implementation that you're like, okay, on the second one, you did it differently altogether, or
uh,
This, you do that.
only some information it should be appear on the in the handle like PO,
Mm,
like a vendor name, like yeah. So some companies has to hide this information, and another
mm.
companies no, you have to clear it, okay, to user to put it in the right zone, maybe.
Right. So that
Yeah,
specific user, if he's
yeah,
always doing receiving,
yeah,
don't give him the picking operation on the UI. Yeah.
yeah, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. So it's more of like that. That's a good point. That's actually a good point.
Mm.
Oh, I think, am I still there? Okay. Yeah. My laptop went to bed.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a really good point. I like that one. Yeah. I've noticed that too a lot actually, because um, based on my experience, it's better to like, it's easier for the system to just kind of hide the ones that you don't want, because you never know. Maybe that guy, he moves to,
yeah.
start speaking because, John didn't come to work today. He has to, somebody has to do it. Uh,
It's
so you
user
can,
structure.
yeah, you can like enable it, disable it type of thing.
Mm,
But for the
mm.
specific operations, yeah, if it's a big organization, big facility, usually it's one guy is going to do exactly the same thing all the time, just so because he knows how to do it. So for him, does he really need to have all the options? I agree with you. I don't think so. They do. I think
Yeah,
it's easier. The easier, the better. I completely
yeah.
agree with you. Okay. Now on the where were we? Yeah, on doing some things differently. What if you could sit across from yourself, I had this question similar in the last episode, but if you were to talk to yourself right now, with the younger version of yourself that is about
Mm.
to do the first implementation, what would you say? Would you add anything, like, hey, I gotta give you these points to make your life easier, or is it just kind of like you don't have that?
Uh, Actually, when I come back, um I have to look all for all the issue on the ground first. For
Okay.
first, before to decide anything,
Mm,
because in from 10 years maybe when we choose the system, w- we ask the vendor to view the options,
mm,
not our requirements.
ah.
W- Okay, what is your option? So he tell me it is about one, two, three, four. Okay, that's right. Yeah, go ahead.
I
So
see.
it's not that. Now I realize that you have to go on the ground and know exact issues, okay,
Mm,
and write it and the plan for these to fix these issues.
I see. That's a very
Yeah,
good one too.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
assuming before you just kind of trusted what the management would say, like we have this, and this issue, and you're like, okay. Where now you obviously listen to the management as well, but then before that you go to the ground floor and you realize, oh, there's this as well. There's this we have to
yeah,
fix.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
the list becomes a bit bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay. So yeah, let's just close it up. A couple of questions.
Okay.
If again, if there was a warehouse manager watching this right now, they know they need to do this. They know their system is broken. The data isn't
Yeah.
real. Everything is bad. But they're scared. They're scared of disruption, just like we talked about. They're scared of their operators not adapting to the system. They're scared that it's going to create a lot of friction between
Actually,
the team.
it should takes as a step, like we say. It
Mm,
is a functional step. If we flow it, you will do it right. Okay, you
mm,
have to plan first very well to know your requirement very well before you go to any vendor. Okay, you have to do committee for selection. Okay, we have to
mm,
prepare very well for the system. We have to train the people. It's a steps. It's functional steps. If you follow it, it
mhm.
will be better. Don't worry from any system.
Okay. So
That's my
basically,
advice.
yeah, that's a good one. So basically, don't be afraid, but
Mm,
do your like dig deep within your
yeah,
operation to have the requirements.
exactly.
Perfect. I like that one. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Last question I have, I guess a little bit more personal, but kind of like that.
No, no.
Across your experience, clouds, the sites, the teams, what's the thing that you're most proud of that maybe nobody saw, or you didn't really get the recognition that you thought you should?
Actually, I'm proud for uh, from last year. I built a big warehouse. It's 20,000 square meter from
Okay.
scratch
Wow.
with racking system, with layout planning and select vendoring and producing the racks and implementing
Wow.
the racks and implementing a new system. Okay,
Mhm.
all of this in 50 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
it's
Mhm.
I'm yeah, yeah, you cannot imagine that how it's hard
I
work.
imagine that you didn't have
Yeah.
weekends. You probably didn't have
Yeah,
weekends for those 50
all
days.
procedures, all teams, all training, all everything.
Okay.
After 50 days exactly, I finished.
Wow. So you said
So I
50 days and it was right on point.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
So that's it. So everyone watching this, Osama is the person
yeah.
that you need to go to that will do the requirements, consult you properly, and provide you
Exactly.
with the actual realistic date that he can actually come to. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, that's about it. Is there anything else that you maybe want to add from yourself? If you wish, that's up to you.
Uh, don't afraid from any system. Okay, make it simplify again. Train
Yep.
the people very well. Okay, and do your job correct. Plan very well. You will get the result.
Nice.
Don't scare from anything.
Nice. That's very good. I like that.
Yeah.
And on that note,